Well, good afternoon, good evening, depends on where you are, I suppose. Let's get this tracking thing. I got one of these face tracking things. I want to make sure, there we go. It seems to be working, let's find out. Not too bad. I mean, it's not quite as fast as I am, because you know, I'm like lightning fast. But anyway, welcome to Monday live stream. There's been some data released recently. I did a video on this. Get the fan blowing on me here. A few days ago. Does that make you dizzy? I don't know. It's kind of cool. I dig it. But anyway, there's been some data released about the Toyota Tacoma, the 2024 recently. And I thought it was really positive stuff, right? I mean, you hear a lot of negative stuff about the Tacoma out there. So it's good when you hear something that's actually positive. And that's what we have today. First of all, sales numbers. 126,805. And that was as of, the first 1, 2, 3 quarters, I guess, of the year. 126,805. So obviously that number is higher now. But nonetheless, it's good. It's not great. Don't get me wrong. There's always a negative out there, I suppose. And with this, it's that they're still 30% down. 30%. That's like almost a third, right? But they were 60 some odd percent down before this latest release. So that means they've cut their losses in essence by half. That's good. And if they can do that again the next quarter, they ought to be pretty close to break even. And I think that means that 2025 for the Tacoma is going to be a really good year, right? Now, is Toyota still on top? They are still on top. Not as far on top as they used to be, of course, but I think that's going to come back. I think people have finally started to disregard all of the negative garbage out there that for some reason, some folks who are mad about the setup on the new Tacoma keep propagating. I mean, I keep hearing this. Just this morning, I got on I don't know, it was a group or something. It might have been I think it was my group. I have a group on Facebook, by the way. If you want to check that out, there'll be a link down below. But anyway, I was on there and somebody said they were holding off until 2025 for the new Tacoma because of all of the engine, transmission, and quality problems that the 2024 is having. I don't know what Kool-Aid they're drinking, but I'm not drinking it. I drink Mountain Dew and sweet tea. But anyway, it's just not true. There have been a handful of complaints, right? There have been a few people. It's 0.00017% as reported, and this is to the NHTSA. Everybody says, well, what's your source? There you go. Transmission issues. So it's not like there aren't any, but it is certainly not more than what we see in other models out there that currently are not brand new. In other words, models that have existed. They keep having troubles. Ford was having an issue with the Ranger transmission a little while back themselves. And that's not a brand new model, right? So it's not more. As far as engine problems, I don't know what they're talking about. Engine problems? Have you heard of any engine problems with the new Tacoma? I haven't heard of any. I think what they're doing is they're looking at Toyota as a whole in general, and they're bleeding that over to the Tacoma. Because there were engine problems, and may still be, I'm sure, for those that own them, with the new Tundra. There was manufacturing material left inside of the engine that could cause a bearing failure. That's a big problem. 100 and some odd thousand Tundras rather were affected. But that's not the Tacoma. And I think people are seeing this and they don't pay any attention to what they're reading. You know, you remember back when you were a wee little tot, at least when I was, and they played that game where they said something, there was a line of people, and they started off whispering something to the ear and the person in the front, and then they wanted each kid to whisper it in the ear of the next person until it got to the end. And then they asked the kid at the end, what did the first person say? And it was always wrong. It's the same kind of thing. People don't pay any attention. They see Toyota And they think, oh, it's got to be the Tacoma because it's new. You know, because it's new, it's got to have troubles. But they don't pay any attention to what is really being said or what they're reading. I'll give you another example. I remember in school, and the teachers used to love this, they'd give you a test, right? It was this big, long, giant test, and they always told you to read all the directions or read through before you took the test. Nobody ever did. I didn't. So you start off, you take the whole test, then you get to the end, and it says, basically, the only thing you need to do is write your name on the line at the beginning. In other words, you didn't have to do anything else. But nobody pays any attention, right? It's the same thing with this Tacoma. People hear things, they push it over to every model out there, and all of a sudden the Tacoma has engine problems. It's not true. What about quality? People are also saying that there are quality problems with the new Tacoma. I haven't had any quality problems. What kind of quality Well, I'll give you one, very minor, picky on my part, and that's that glove box. They kind of rattle a little bit because the little nubs in there that are supposed to, they're spring loaded, and the glove box is supposed to ride on those to keep it quiet, I guess. But they didn't make contact, or at least not strong enough contact, so you still got a rattle. That's it. I mean, if that's the biggest quality problem with a brand new redesigned truck, I think Toyota's probably doing something right, don't you think? I don't know. What about fit and finish? It's another thing. Fit and finish. There are problems with fit and finish, people will have you believe. I haven't had any problems, and I've gone over this truck, man. I have looked at gaps, like the gaps, for example, right here on the tailgate, to see if it's the same on each side, the gaps on the hood. They're, to the eye, identical. I don't see any issues. What about that old bumper problem we used to have on the 3rd gen, right? The bumper down here used to be way off in alignment between that side and this side. I mean, I'm sure it's not perfect. There's always a tolerance, right? But there are no issues. That's gone. So I don't know what people are talking about. Quality issues. Well, define quality. I don't know. Maybe the quality of their thought. I don't know what it is. So anyway, 126,805 Tacomas sold as of the end of the 3rd quarter, which is what? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. The end of September, right? So we have October, November, December. I'm guessing that the new Tacoma is going to be catching up to that. We have a comment, Professor. Yeah, I'm over starving. Yeah, I'm over starving, wishing I had lunch. Well, go get some lunch, man. I mean, here it's 11:49. If you're in the East, it's 12:49. I would think you'd have had lunch. And in the West, it's what, 10:49, 9:49, 8:49? I don't know, whatever the time difference is. Speaking of time, we have that stupid, here's a public service announcement for you. This weekend, we get to set our clocks back, right? Fall back. So we're going to lose an hour of sleep. What a bummer. I don't know. Plumbit says nothing is perfect. That's true. I mean, anytime a human puts their hands on something, it's not perfect. But this truck is about as close, I think, as you can get for a brand new redesigned model, right? I mean, how much closer? Now, I will tell you, there is a TSB out there on the transmission. I fall within that VIN number range, but I don't have any issues. So stop looking for trouble if there isn't any, because I guarantee you, you'll find it if you look hard enough. Fergie. Hey, Fergie, what's up? The 2024 Taco is back. Where did it go? Nowhere, but some would have you think it did. By the way, Fergie, you may notice, is in green here. Because Fergie has a YouTube channel. He's also a channel member. I guess it's the other way around. He's a channel member. Check him out. He did a video recently. It was a very precise technical video on installing the RobMotive sticker, which the camera just moves, it's right there, on his Nissan Altima. You can have the RobMotive sticker on any vehicle. It looks well, and it's guaranteed to increase the sexiness of your vehicle. So if you're looking for a sexy vehicle, you need the RobMotive channel sticker. Details below. Anyway, something else positive about the new 2024 Tacoma is the reviews. The reviews are starting to come out. Now, I know a lot of people, you know, this conspiracy theory that we live in today, the conspiracy theory world. Anybody that says anything about anything, Whether it's positive or negative, is doing it for a reason. They're either being paid off. In other words, they're paid advertisers, I guess, for the truck. A lot of people say that about Consumer Reports, that they get paid by the companies that they're doing their reviews on. Is it true? I don't know. I don't know. People say it is. Road and Track, Car and Driver, all those companies all have a vested interest in saying what they're saying about the product that they're reviewing. But anyway, Car and Driver came out recently. I think it was Car and Driver. Might have been Road and Track. I don't know, one of them. Might have been both of them. Touting the new Toyota Tacoma and how good it is. Now, they have some pros and some cons and things like that. One of their cons is the smaller gas tank. Boo-hoo. You might have to go to the gas station 20 miles sooner than you would have before. I don't know. It would be nice if the new Tacoma actually got better gas mileage or fuel economy than what it does. It's one of the things that I was looking for when I got the truck. Obviously, it didn't, because we're standing in front of it. And for those of you that don't know, I don't lease these, I buy them. So I'm fully vested in the product and I spend my own money on it. Toyota, I love, some people leave comments on the channel. Oh, he only says good things about the Tacoma, and I say both. I tell it like it is, but because he's bought off. They pay him. They're not paying me. I wish they were paying me. Man, that would make my life better. Or gave me a truck. That'd be cool. I got to tell you a story, but I know somebody that was given a truck. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. I couldn't believe it. It's the first time this has ever happened to me. No, I wasn't given a truck. Plumbit is laughing. Can't hardly stand it. Svendu Biswal. I tried. I don't know. Nice truck. Thank you very much. It is a 2024 Tacoma TRD Sport in supersonic red. I love the truck. It's awesome. And let me tell you, something happened to me Sunday. I took the side steps. By the way, we've got 71 people in here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Let's see. A follower here says that the Frontier is better. That's one right there. See that comment? That's one of those people. Do you own a Frontier? Have you even driven a 2024 Tacoma? What is the basis of your comment? Given your screen name, I'm sure you're a devout, honest person. If not, you must be a heathen. I don't know. But anyway, let us know. Wee Fergie says, nice polo shirt. What do you think? It's got the new RobMotive logo on it. Huh? I've switched the logo. We have a permanent logo for the channel. If you watch my channel, then you know I'm rather fickle when it comes to logos. I've replaced them and changed them many times. This is it. This is the new logo. Although on hats and stickers and stuff, it's actually color. It's not black and white. I couldn't get fully colored on this because of the number of threads that it would take because it's embroidered on the shirt. But it's the same thing. It's just black and white with red eyes, which I think is pretty cool. I designed it. It's my logo. I dig it. Let's see. I got to go back here and see. The follower here says, I drove a Frontier and Tacoma back-to-back and liked the Frontier better. Well, that's your prerogative. That doesn't mean the Frontier's better. It might be better for you. And do you own one? Do you even own a truck? I mean, do you have a little bit of seat time in the trucks, but so what? But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you like it better, that's okay. Let's see. It was a Frontier Pro 4X. Awesome. Did you drive a Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro so that you're comparing apples to apples? Given that they're very hard to come across, I kind of doubt it. So your impression is a little bit tainted because you're not comparing apples to apples, but you know, whatever. Your opinion is, it's your opinion. It's fine. John Cagayano. Hey, Rob. Just tried getting some AT3Ws, but Falcon told me totally discontinued, and I tried the AT4W, but had nothing but issues. Any other tire you recommend? BF Goodrich KO2s, they're still a good tire. Duratrax are a good tire. I would say the Duratrax are probably my number 2, and my number 3 would be the BF Goodrich KO2s. They're not too bad. Other than that, it's a crapshoot as to what you go for, I think. Let's scroll up a little here. The follower says Frontier has a better engine sound. Again, that's subject to interpretation. I mean, that's cool. I'm not knocking your opinion. Don't get me wrong. If you like the Frontier better, that's good. Although I'm a little curious as to why you're on a Tacoma-based channel. But I'm glad you're here. The Frontier has a better sound. I don't know, 6-cylinder, 4-cylinder, neither one really sound great to me, to be honest. Even with exhausts, I've changed the exhaust on 6-cylinders and they were dogs. By the way, anybody who's looking to put a TRD exhaust on a 3rd gen, save your money. I mean, you're gonna get just the slightest, and I mean slightest change in sound, and it's not good. It's not good. You can say you have a TRD exhaust if that, flips your trigger, but doesn't really do anything for me. Let's see. No, it was a 4-cylinder. It was a 4-cylinder Tacoma. So you didn't drive a Pro, which is a 4-cylinder hybrid, by the way. So your comparison between Nissan's top of the line and Toyota's just normal truck, you're not comparing apples to apples, man. Had you driven a hybrid TRD Pro, I'd put a little bit more credence into your review, I guess, but you're not comparing apples to apples. John Caggiano, thank and you going to turn in for the V6 Tacoma when it comes out next year. There is no V6 Tacoma next year. That's the big rumor out there. I think people think if they start enough rumors, it'll happen. Think about this for a minute. Toyota retooled, changed their suppliers, set up all their marketing, changed all their design plans, and went to a 4-cylinder turbo. You know how much money it would cost them to go back to a 6-cylinder? There is no way they're going to do that. It's total BS. And anybody that says that or believes that knows nothing about business. I mean, this is a simple business move. It's business 101. You don't go backwards. Plus, as I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream, the Toyota is making a surge, man. People are buying them. There's no reason for Toyota to go back to a V6, even if it wasn't cost prohibitive. Blue STI, the 24 is terrible, the sound like a tractor. Yeah, it doesn't sound good. I'm not gonna argue that with you. It does not sound good, but it is what it is. For me, the power, the smoothness, the handling, particularly the power, the torque and acceleration, far outweigh what the truck sounds like. Because honestly, when I'm in the truck, I have the radio on. I mean, do you ever even really hear what your vehicle sounds like? The people walking around you might, but who cares? Wee Fergie, best sound, good old American V8, hell yeah. Mustang GT in the 80s was the best. Chevys are awesome, the muscle cars and things. I mean, obviously, they'll always be the best. Follower, it was a 2018 Frontier and a 2014 Tacoma. Oh man, you're not even in the same conversation. We're talking about 2024 Tacomas. Yeah, I don't even know what you're not even in the same conversation. They need to make a V8 Tacoma, then I will side with Tacoma over Frontiers. Really? So even if the thing rides like crap, falling apart, sounds like junk, has horrible interiors with bad technology, because it has a V8 in it, you're gonna buy it. I doubt it. Motive. I'm curious, your name. Obviously the channel is RobMotive. Why did you pick Motive? And did you have it before you came across me? I've been curious about that. Who's the avatar on your must be sure, it's supposed to be you. Doesn't look one bit like you. It is me. It is my picture modified. I think it looks like me, but that's your interpretation. You have a right. Plumbit, and I would think since you mentioned that maybe you think it does look like me. Otherwise, I don't even know why you would infer that it's supposed to look like me. I don't know. Let's see, Plumbit, why buy a Tacoma just for the sound? Methinks you're missing the point. Obviously, if you're buying a vehicle just for the sound and that's all that matters, buy a muscle car then. Why are you even buying a truck? Or buy I guess a Ram TRX or something that's got a real throaty grumble to it. A little bit of the green nectar. Still not sponsored, by the way. Let's see. Sonny Pruitt, laughing like a madman. I don't know, going crazy over there. John Caggiano, yeah. Got fooled by an article, damn internet, LOL. Yeah, I mean, it's the internet. You know, it's so funny. People put things up on the internet and folks take it as gospel, right? It's got to be true. It's on the internet. Really? Really? Come on. It just doesn't jive. It doesn't make sense. Blue STI, and yes, I have a 24 Tacoma. Besides the sound of a tractor, it's awesome. I agree with you. It doesn't sound good. I've made a couple videos with the hood up, standing underneath there with the truck running, and there's this constant ticking and on and off cycling of a fan or something. The air conditioner, I don't know what it is. It sounds like, it doesn't sound good. But I don't care, because I never hear it. Typically when I'm driving down the road, it's not with the hood up and me standing in front of the truck. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you drive down the road hanging out of the window with the hood up. I don't know, but I don't do that. By the way, another reminder, we have 76 people in here. If you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button wherever it is. I would appreciate it. Helps out the channel. Let's see. Stinky Bunny, you poor thing. You might want to see a doctor of some sort. A lot of Frontiers are selling too based on price, performance, and the non-turbo V6. Yeah, there's no doubt that Nissan has benefited from those who will not go to a four-cylinder because they just have a problem with four-cylinder turbos. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't go with it either if it was just a regular four-cylinder. I mean, I've had four-cylinder trucks before and they're dogs. Worse than the six-cylinder Tacoma without pedal commander in it. They were horrible. I wouldn't either. But marrying it up to this turbo that they have in it, that's what makes the truck, man. So, you know, Fred Sausage, or sausage, depending on where you're from. Having had a third gen with a 6 and now a fourth gen with a 4, I'll say both have a sound that is nothing to brag about. I know, they both sound like, ugh. The louder the sound from the tailpipe on a 6 or 4, the worse it sounds. Yeah, you can't make a six-cylinder sound good. I don't care what anybody says. You can make it loud, but that doesn't mean it sounds good. You know, I was going through town the other day, and somebody beside me had some kind of, I don't know what exhaust on. It was on a car, and it was louder than hell. I hate that. It actually makes me angry. I don't know, but it didn't sound good. It just sounded loud. Danny ALV. Two's best sounding V8. I don't know what that means. Steve Matson, if I wanted a four-cylinder, would buy a car. Toyota shot themselves in the foot. You sound like someone who's never even sat in a 4th gen 2024 Tacoma. Have you? Am I wrong? Did you drive one? And I'll bet you, if I blindfolded you, well, I wouldn't, but if you were blindfolded and thrown into a four-cylinder turbo Tacoma and drove it, be kind of hard to do if you were blindfolded, I know. But you wouldn't think it was a four-cylinder. You wouldn't know the difference, and I bet you wouldn't say that. You're hung up on words, You see, I buy trucks and drive trucks based on experience, not words. We Fergie saw on the net that, let's see, that Toyota and Nissan are going to merge. The mid-size truck will be called the Tacosin. That's funny. No, there's another, I know you're kidding, but there's another example. You see, if I came on here and made a video like that, there would probably be some people who would believe it, that it was true, simply because it's on the web and some guy is talking about it. Simply not true. It is not true. Fred Sausage. I like that. Fred Sausage. Has a ring to it. The intake sound on a 4 or 6 is what I look for, and the 24 with turbo sounds good. See, I disagree with you. I don't think it sounds good at all. I think the engine is so loud that you can't hear anything. Now, that's when you're standing in front of it with the hood up. Obviously, if you're driving down the road, it's going to be a different experience. I will say, this isn't an exhaust, but on the 6-cylinder 3rd gen Tacoma, I had cold air intake. I can't remember, K&G, I think it was K&G, K&J, K&G, I can't remember. Geez, it's been so long, right? But anyway, I had a cold air intake on it, and that did make a good difference. It sounded good. The sound from under the hood while you were in the truck with the radio off did sound pretty good, but you're not going to get, you put an exhaust on, it's going to sound like crap. I'll tell you, I had a Tacoma with one of those aftermarket, it was Dynaflow or something like that years ago. I put one of those on the truck, and it was tinny, it was loud, it was just loud, basically, and it was horrible, man. It sucked. I did not leave it on. I actually went back. I take that back. I did take it off, but I went with the TRD exhaust. I was disappointed. I mean, it sounded better than that crazy muffler I had on the truck, but it still didn't give me that throaty sound, which I crazily, that's probably not a word, but you get what I mean, was expecting. So, you know, E-Jazz, Shamshuddin, Ahaj. I'm going with Ahaj, Shamshuddin. I'm sorry if I've got it wrong, I apologize. Any transmission issues since you got the new Tacoma? No, I haven't had any issues. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I know I backed away. Now my truck's locked. I can't do anything I want. Let's go ahead, unlock it. I'm trying to use the tailgate as a table. I need to get one of those flat panels from Snail Armor. Snail Armor, if you're out there, do you have the flat panels for the new Tacoma yet? I would love to get one for this truck because, frankly, I'm not able to set my drinks on here because they just fall over. That's one of the big benefits of having the Snail Armor thing. Or insert, tailgate insert. I guess I should call it by what it really is, right? Let's see, where was I? I've lost my place. Wow, I think I've been missing some comments, actually. Sorry if I missed your comment. This next person, I can't pronounce anything, and you're speaking in a foreign language, so I'm gonna remove that comment because if I don't understand what it means, it's not allowed. I'm sorry. You got to speaking. It's an English speaking channel. Mike S. Hi, Rob. I think the hybrid Tacomas come with insulation in the engine bay and on the bottom of the hood. They might. I don't know. I can tell you the 2024 does not. And I love people get so hung up about that. To me, I don't care. Somebody said, oh, the truck sucks because it doesn't have insulation under the hood. Who gives it? Who cares? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, but I don't know. You could be right. Blue STI, how much do you make from YouTube? Why would I tell you that? That's personal information. Do you walk up on the street to people and say, hey, Bob, how much money do you make a year? None of your damn business. How's that? But I commend you for asking. Tony, what's up, Rob? Did you ever get the seat stain out? What did you use that worked? The seat stained so easily. No, I didn't. It's still there. What I tried did not work, so I think it's probably branded for life. It's not that big a deal, but it does annoy me, man. Let's see, JGP, I have a 24 Tacoma. When I put it on sport mode, I noticed the exhaust the exhaust sound changes a little bit. I don't know. I got to be honest. I haven't put mine in sport. I need to make a video about that. I need to put it in sport mode, run and do the little shifting, you know, the shifting that's not really shifting. I love how people try to equate the semi-automatic shifting, you know, where you pull the shifter over and then you can make it go through the gears, but it'll shift by itself if you go too far. But I haven't tried it. I don't know. Fergie, according to several YouTube videos, Ford and Nissan dealers are all closed. Jeep has declared bankruptcy and stopped production, and Dodge has recalled every car made in the last 2 years. See, and people would believe that. I mean, if anybody is just casually walking by, somebody watching this live stream right now and heard that, but didn't stop to say, what? They'd probably believe that. And then they'll be passing it on to everybody else. And pretty soon, before you know it, all across the country, people are going to be asking, did Ford and Ram and Jeep do all this stuff? Of course not. It's not true. Let's see. Plumbit, message retracted, thought better of it. Well, I think they were just laughing. So I'm not sure why the retraction, but maybe something else even better is coming. I don't know. Anyway, one more time. I'm only going to do this one more time. We have 65 people in here now. It fluctuates. It goes up and down. If you're just kicking in here, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. If you're noticing Wee Fergie here is in green, it's because Wee Fergie is a channel member. You too can become a channel member if you'd like. Just click the button wherever it is on your screen. It'll tell you what it is and all that stuff. And Wee Fergie, I've got to apologize to you. I made an announcement on the last live stream that as part of the benefit of being a channel member, I was going to start releasing the videos every day earlier, like 8 o'clock in the morning. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to do it. I don't know why. I'm up. For God's sakes, I wake up anywhere between 4 and 6 every morning. I don't know what it is, but I will try to remember to do that as part of the benefits, I guess, of being a channel member. But anyway, check it out if you want. Always accepting new members to the channel. Also, let's just take care of a little bit of housekeeping. I do have a Facebook group. It's called, what is my Facebook group? I should probably know this, but I don't, and I don't want to give you bad info. So let me tell you, it's called 2024 Toyota Tacoma Owners Group. Here's what it looks like. It looks like this right here. Let's get that in the screen. See that? 2024 Toyota Tacoma Owners Group. Anybody can join it. It is a it is a politically free channel, meaning there are no politics on it. I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate the bullying and the BS posts and the bad language and the childish crap. Those folks get banned. So I'm trying to keep it civil, because if you've been on any other groups on Facebook, you know that they're horrid, right? I mean, you could go on there and post, hey, here's a picture of my new truck. I'm really excited. I really like it. And you'll get umpteen posts telling you how bad it is and how dumb you are for buying it and all this crap. We don't tolerate any of that on the RobMotive group channel, which again is called 2024 Toyota Tacoma Owners Group. Check it out. Make sure it's growing really, really quick. So whatever's happening over there, it seems that people like it. Let's get back to the live stream, and I got to see, I've got some more comments popping up here. Let's see, where was I? Steve Matson, 2025 Tacoma has the 6-cylinder option. Hang up on words. Tacoma knows they made a mistake. It does not. You are seeing these fake BS posts out there that are simply not true. There is no 6-cylinder coming in 2025 for the Tacoma. Give me a break. Let's see. I'm going to have to block this comment again because I don't read that language. I'm terribly sorry. But again, if you're here, you need to speak English because I don't know what you're saying. You could be saying things that I don't allow in here. So Mike S. Hi, Rob. I think the hybrid Tacomas come with insulation. I read that. How much do you make? I guess I'm back on my comments. Let's see. Plumbit. Oh, don't you know it? Laughing my arse off. None ya business on dollars. Exactly. I mean, do you guys get, all right, I want everybody on here to post their phone number, address, social security number, and at least one credit card, and how much money you make every year. I mean, is that any of my business? No, don't do that. I don't want you to do that. It's none of my business. Same thing goes, right? Let's see. Patrick McCoy. I don't know what that comment's supposed to be. So either I'm naive or what, I don't know, but it's got to go. Sonny Pruitt. It's noon and it's time for a cold Yingling. I'm not a Yingling. Actually, I don't drink anymore at all. By choice, not because I have a problem. I just one day decided, you know, it's just not worth the hangover and not feeling good the next day. Because when I drank for effect. I didn't drink because I loved the taste of it, you know. So I just quit drinking. Not really a big deal to me. Let's see. Wee Fergie says, I forgive you, now send the refund. No refunds. It's all minor. This is what the bottom side of YouTube looks like. Have you guys subscribed to, I don't know what that's about, but it sounds like it's a dig on me, so it's got to go away. That person is always negative. I don't know. Hence maybe their screen name. I don't know. Sonny Pruitt, no politics, bullying, bad language, how boring. Yeah, for people who are into that, you see. I hope you're not one of those people, but there's a lot of small-minded people that get on the sites and they get their jollies out of bullying, I guess, other people. I think deep down they were probably bullied themselves and it's their way to strike back, to feel better. I don't know, because it makes no sense to me. I don't know what I often ask or think, if you were out on the street and you came across somebody, would you say the same thing that you say to them in these forums to their face? And if the answer is yes, then more power to you. I don't know what's going to happen after that. But if the answer is no, then why in the hell are you saying it in this forum? You know, I confronted somebody a while back. I asked them that very question. I said, if you ran into me out in public, would you say that same thing to me? And they apologized. They said, no, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. Which was fine. It was fine. That's cool. I don't know why they said it in the first place, but you know. Blue STI, look it up, Rob. I just looked it up, and there's an option for the 2025 for the VTX. I just looked it up. Yeah, I know. Look up, let's see, aliens running the White House, or RobMotive is really 6'8". You might have something hit that says it's true. Surely you don't believe that anything you can look up on the web is always true, right? I know what you're talking about. I've seen this stuff out there. It's not true, man. Think about it. For the reasons I gave earlier, it's not true. Let's see. Leha Thomas is, I don't know, something. Let's see. Leha says, silly, referring to the sarcasm. I'm not sure what you mean, honestly. Stinky Bunny, thoughts on the International Scout? Not my thing particularly, but if you like it, that's cool. Let's see, Leha, I don't know, Thomas. Yes, I think they might be having a conversation with themselves. I don't know. Fearless 189. Hey man, what are your thoughts on the 2023 Tacoma versus the 2024 Tacoma? Nothing wrong with the 2023. Definitely needs a pedal commander so that you can get the power, the throttle lag removed. Once you do that, it's an awesome truck. Love the 23. I've had like 7 or 8 of them, man. But the 2024 is a step further. It is an improvement in all ways over the 2023. Drive one. If you haven't driven one, go drive one, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Again, nothing wrong with the 23s. I've had plenty of them. I like the looks. I like the truck, but this is just a step forward. Tim, howdy Rob, just listening. Well, Tim, I appreciate that. Thank you, and I hope you're having a great day. Juan Luciano, Toyota sure did shoot themselves in the foot with no V6. I disagree. I think they made a hell of an improvement with this 2024 model. I don't know why people get hung up on words. V6, this truck is superior in every way. People like to talk about reliability and quality. There are no quality issues with this truck. Reliability, we don't know. Maybe it will be a dog. I don't know. We won't know that until the first truck is owned for 10, 15 years, until there's like 200,000 or 300,000 miles or not on the truck. We simply won't know. Let's see. Tony says, any cyber truck plans for you? I cannot stand the Cybertruck. I think it is one of the ugliest things, most childish looking things ever created. I mean, it's a wedge on wheels. I don't know what Elon was thinking. I think he might be in his office in a corner just laughing, saying, man, I put this thing out. I charge a hell of a lot for it, and these people are buying it. And now the floor as the bottom of their market has fallen out. Now prices are declining on that truck. I remember when it first came out, a lot of dealerships were buying them from people who had them reserved and making a lot of money, 150, 175, 180,000, maybe more dollars on those trucks. Now, most of those dealerships that I know of are not even buying them anymore because the bottom has fallen out. far as Tesla goes, this is what I have. This is a Tesla Model 3. I love it. Excuse me. I love the car. It's probably my most favorite car I've ever had. And I've had some nice cars, Corvettes, Porsches, Camaros, Audis, BMWs. I've had most everything out there. This car right over here is the best. It is awesome. You can't beat it. Talk about acceleration, it goes. Let's see. Fearless 189. All the mechanics have to make that is harder to work on a smaller turbo hybrid engine. I'm not exactly sure what you mean there. Sean Amundsen. I'm loving the 4-cylinder turbo. What's not to love? Acceleration, power, tad bit better fuel economy. But it's an awesome truck, man. Nice and smooth. Wee Fergie, speaking of dogs, my dog is really pestering me to go outside for his business. Take care and have fun. You too. Thanks for being on, man. I appreciate it. Again, check out Wee Fergie, just like it looks there. He has a channel. You can't miss his very technical and precise RobMotive channel sticker application. He knocked it out of the ballpark. Check him out. Seamus Sullivan, Toyotas always run forever, solid truck. Exactly. Why would you think this one would be any different, right? Blue STI, I'm sure companies are working on it. Would you get a plug-and-play tunes? Would you get a plug-and-play tunes on your Tacoma? I saw a company called somebody that made a 300. I was thinking about that the other day. Why don't companies have a tune for those that want a tune? I prefer the Pedal Commander, but why don't companies have a tune that you can just plug in and it downloads the tune onto your truck? I don't know. So I'm not surprised that people are working on it. I'm really not. Wee Fergie, before I forget, the Colorado tailgate has cup holders. Yeah, we don't have cup holders here. We just have ribs. Ribbed for your displeasure, I guess. Sonny Pruitt, Elon Musk is awesome. I agree. I think the guy is a genius, a savant. I think the guy's awesome. Fearless 189, all the mechanics have told me that it's harder to work on the smaller turbo engine, like the new one in the Tacoma. So more costs initially, I guess. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, anything that you shrink or make smaller, you know, those old V8s, they were huge. You could jump in the engine bay. You could live in there if you wanted. So yeah, that makes sense. Fearless, many of the mechanics. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be that picky. I know I could be. I could say, wait a minute. Have you talked to all of the mechanics out there in the world? How can you say that all, this sounds like one of those posts that you get on some of the Facebook Tacoma groups. Well, they don't all. You couldn't possibly have talked to all of them. I know what you mean. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Anyway, want to get on here, just chat with you guys for a while, really. That's really the only reason I'm on. I love the new truck. It's awesome. By the way, I am going to say it one more time. If you're just clicking in, maybe you're watching this after the fact, I don't know. Smash that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. It helps out the channel and it doesn't cost you a dime. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week if I don't kick back on here before then. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Bye.